Hey guys, Dr. Brad Mouroux here. I want to talk to you a little bit about preparing for cold, I guess it's now COVID and flu season that coming up here. I know it's super hot. It's like 75 degrees right now and it's going to warm up to 90 today, but it is coming. That flu season is coming. We're coming through the holidays. People get sick in this time because it's more stressful. There's more stuff to do actually. There's more, foods, rich foods that we eat. We call them rich, but inflammatory foods that we eat with lots of sugar in them, and we have to watch out for these things. I recommend 3 things that I normally take on a regular basis, and one of those things that helps prevent the infection in the first place, like a cold, flu, etc., and that is XLEAR. I have XLEAR as a nasal sinus spray that you push up into the nose, and you make sure that it protects the sinus cavity from infection. Now, I've used this a couple different times when my family's got sick, in particular with my little kids, and I co-sleep with my kids, so my kids are like sneezing and coughing on me directly, and I don't get sick as long as I'm using the XLEAR spray. Now, this is for kids. They have an adult one, but I use the same one. I use this as in a pinch because I didn't have any more of the adult spray. I also take vitamin D3 with vitamin K. When you take that, I take about 5,000 to 10,000 IUs per day. Sometimes I take larger doses or others, depending on how good or how regularly I've kept up with it. And vitamin D3 specifically has been shown to reduce the ability for you to be infected by COVID in the first place. If you have just normal levels of D3, 80% reduction in infection rate and reduction in cold and flu rate. They're all like sinus derived issues, right? If you take it into the sinus, it gets to the mucous membranes and then starts taking hold. Now, another thing that's not very well utilized is stress reduction. Why would we want to put stress reduction herbs in this sort of regimen? Well, I recommend stress reduction herbs because the holidays are an extremely stressful time for most people. You have financial deadlines that are coming up for the company. They push you towards the end of the year. Some people running 60 hours, 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. Myself, it's a very busy time because we're doing a lot of end of year stuff. We're doing different promotions, things like this. There's a lot of stress that happens on an everyday, daily basis. And if you are not able to manage cortisol levels, cortisol actually suppresses the immune system and allows a virus to get in. So can't really have that happen, right? Not if you're operating at, 24, not if you're operating at a high level. So an adaptogenic herb that helps mitigate the levels of stress. I recommend ADAPTOCRINE from Apex Energetics. I think it works really, really well. I use it. I've been able to maintain my health through a couple different colds that have run through the family. You can take plenty of other supplements that will help your immune system, like selenium or zinc. You can take high doses of vitamin C. Those are all fine. I'm talking about how to prevent that and how to stop the virus from getting into you in the first place, or it's going to get into you, but how your body can defend against it in the first place. Those are the things that I use, which I think are just different than the average. You can, if we sent this to you in an email, or if you found this on a website or something like this, just click on the links below. You can find out how you can get access to these types of supplements. But for me, super important. Prevented 2 different colds just this year that went through the family, and still running strong. All right, hope this helps you in your cold and flu season. Take care. Have a good one.